Live. All right, here we are. We're live.
We're live.
We're live. How you doing, man?
Pretty good. I'm wondering, man. The weather is not the best outside, but it's warm, man.
That's true. It is
It's
warm.
warm. How's your weather?
Nobody's watching.
Nobody's watching. Oh,
Not right yet.
nobody's
Right.
watching.
I mean, not live.
No.
There might be a time in the future when
I
somebody
see.
sees this show
Ah.
and decides to interact. But on the live thing, right now we got a donut.
What?
It's just you and me.
2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3.
Hello, 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 hello. Welcome to the show. Hello, 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 hello. Welcome to the show. That was impressive. That's live. That was an impressive slide. Oh, we got one person. Hello, person. I don't know who's out there. Nice that you're joining us. Nice for you to be here. This is our podcast, which I will eventually upload to be a podcast. I'm not sure about all the terminologies and things like that. But the point is, this is where we talk about what we did in the kids show that we put on. We have a kids show called Another Mother's Music Time, and we do it 4 days a week. And we always like to talk a little bit afterwards about it because we think it's good to do a post game, talk about what went well, what didn't go well, but also really maybe if there's somebody who wants to know about this sort of stuff one day, talk about what we did and why we did it.
True.
So what did we do today, Fredo?
So we deconstruct.
What did we deconstruct?
We deconstructed a genre.
Yeah.
That we played before, kind of.
Uh-huh.
And now we added some rhythmical layers so it becomes the authentic salsa. Salsa music is, I think, like a lot of countries are fighting or debating about where it's coming from.
Yeah, I'd imagine so.
But like salsa, that's my impression. Like, you can always correct me. But my impression is like everybody likes it salsa sauce.
Okay.
Like yours, you like yours like very spicy.
I love spicy. I love spicy to a fault.
Yeah.
I love spicy so bad it's probably doing damage to my stomach.
Okay.
I do.
But some people like it mild, you know.
Mhm.
And it's the same with salsa. Depending on the background of the players, depending on their like musical experience, it sounds a little different. Like there are hundreds of varieties. We just introduced like the basics that I was taught in university. And funny thing, Guy,
Yeah.
I have a special relationship to salsa, which isn't quite good, to be honest.
Okay.
Because you know, imagine your like first grade university, you know, you come in, everybody feels new, you don't know anybody, you know. And when I got to start studying, you have to choose which band you'd like to join.
Okay.
And there
Wait,
just
you have to choose a band when you start?
yes.
Really?
Yeah, you have to
Hey, what's up, Ray?
hey, hi, how you doing? So there you can choose between like bebop, standard jazz, experimental, fusion, funk, you know, and as you'd guess, like funk was like after 20 seconds
The Hannah Stegmaier trio.
yeah. No, they weren't studying during that time. So
okay.
everything, so I was a little late, you know, because everything felt so new.
Right.
And the only thing that was left was hard bop, man.
Hard bop.
Hard bop.
The hell is hard bop?
That was my question like years ago as well. So
like bebop mixed with something else?
yeah, so it's kind of it's like common swing tunes played a little different, not that classy way.
A little bit of oomph.
Yeah,
a little bit of whiskey.
And for example,
right? Okay.
And you know, I was very unhappy with it because I I didn't know. I don't want it. I didn't want it.
Right.
You know, but I had to. So I was chatting with other students, being like, "Can you change? It's a little hard for me, you know." And then one guy was like, "Yeah, we can swap. I take the hard bop, you take the salsa."
Oh,
and I'm like, at first I was like, "Yay!" And then I got into.
Then you started playing. You're like,
and you know, and then these guys, they were like throwing stuff at me, like, "Yeah, you got to play the tumbao, and this is like the sonclave." And
all right, so hold on, let's add context. So to review. He starts studying music in school.
Yeah.
Has to join a band.
Yeah.
Joins a band that he didn't like.
Yeah.
Switches to salsa, thinking that it will be better.
Yeah.
And then you had to play something like this. Now, go ahead. Show him what the tumbao is. So this is one of the elements that we covered in the lesson with the kids just now. Go ahead.
Like our experience of listening to music, like most of the time, most standard music, you always have that 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
We are in the listening habit of experiencing music this way. Most of us. Most of us. I'd say Westerners.
Yes.
Most Westerners. That's, you know, if you grew up listening to music in America, Canada, Central Europe, England, London, Ireland,
right.
You're used to this. Okay.
Now
hit him with the tumbao. Hit him with the tumbao.
1, 2, 3.
One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I think the only beat that you ever land on is the 2. Exactly.
2
and sometimes the 4 a little bit.
It's the 2 and the 4. So if you count it loud, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shit, I got confused.
Okay.
See, it's still a thing.
It's not easy. This is hard stuff.
No, it's the 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So count it like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. And 4. And 4. And 4.
Okay.
And playing that.
Guitaro's here. What's up, Guitaro?
Hey.
Yeah, Guitaro. Salsa. Hey, Guitaro, if you want to join on the show, I can send you a link. You just need to put your headphones in. Or we might need to put headphones in too. We could try it.
Yeah.
If you're down.
But the thing is, Guy,
yeah.
playing something like that as a bass player who's never played that before.
Oh, that must be a nightmare.
You know,
absolute nightmare.
You know, and I didn't really respect the music. Like the teacher was asking me, "Yeah, do you know some songs about salsa?" And I'd be like, "Yeah, all right, never mind. That's in my pocket anyway," which was a huge mistake. Wrong.
So you got your butt kicked for a while.
Like, but that's good. That's good.
I think nothing is better for a human than a good butt kicking.
It feels bad, but as a musician, always try to be the weakest part, because then your learning curve.
You get pulled up with.
Your learning curve is going up.
I think that's a good thing in life. Like, I don't think if.
But I went to hell and backwards.
Oh man!
I can
listen,
like really.
I think it is generally a good practice to not to know that you are not the best, the strongest, or the smartest in the room. You will not. Yep. You cannot be. And this is something I'm trying to teach my kids. You know what I mean? Like my daughter, sometimes she gets like proud when she beats Gabriel at a game. I'm like, don't feel good about that. He's 3, you're 7. I was like, you, and I don't I don't let my kids win at things. Like judge me. I don't care. Like, I want them to earn it. I don't want to break them. Let's be clear about that. I don't want to break their confidence, but I also don't want them to think that it comes easy. And, you know, it's a really good practice to always seek out people who are better than you.
Yeah.
That's my 2 cents. That's my 2 cents.
But that traumatized me. Like the first year, being like, "Oh shit,
Salsa.
I'm never, never going to learn that. Never going to get the respect."
Play something on the 1 and the 3.
I mean, understanding it theoretically is something else than like comping a solo for 10 minutes using that. And you know that face when the solo player just turns around, being like. Like cough, pay attention. I don't want to play your part. You got to do that. If you're not doing it, then my solo is shitty as well, And so that was hard. That was hard.
I believe it. Well, so this is again we're in an interesting situation because we are constantly trying to think of interesting things to present, but to present in an approachable manner that can hit with either kids or adults who do not have a theoretical or an extensive background in understanding playing music from the practical level.
Yeah.
So, and in case you haven't figured it out, we're not masters at most of the things that we present. So we always learn while we're doing this, and it's a neat thing because like it's one thing. I was like the city I grew up in, close to Washington D.C. We had a lot of a big Spanish speaking population from countries all over Central and South America. Mm-hmm. So it was not uncommon for me to hear this, and it's in the back of my brain rattling around somewhere, but I don't understand it. And do you got those claves there? Right. So like, for example, I always thought these were called sticks. Nope, they're not called sticks. They're called claves, and they're sensitive. They don't sound the same. There's a certain way to hold them. Like you think, how complicated could it be to hit 2 sticks together? Listen, completely different sound, and it's a different sound up and down the clave. So that's one thing I had no clue about, right?
Yep.
And then why the clave was given its name. It's given its name, at least this is what Freddy explained to me, is derived from a clave, which is a
rhythmical repetitive pattern
within another pulse.
Yeah, that's right.
So in this case, we did shh, let's go, shh, po, ki, do, 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 shh, let's go, shh, po, ki, do. Right. So we had it, we presented that in the tumbao. So Freddy is like teaching me this leading up to the show, and we're trying to figure it out. It's challenging. It's a lot of fun though. Like it's really, really a lot of fun. And I'm hoping it's coming across well.
I mean, for sure, for some local people who just inhale this kind of music every day while playing and dancing and singing, this seems a little cringy. I get it, but it's not all the time about 100% perfect presentation, because we didn't grow up with it anyway. We like, he got it in his leg. I saw in his legs. I saw it immediately when I was showing that to him. It was
it ain't the legs, the hips, man. And my Puerto Rican friends definitely have a laugh at the way I try to
see.
Yeah, it's not it's not an easy thing to play. And if you're not used to it, it's not an easy thing to dance to. There's
but still, if you open up a box, if you look at new horizons of music, it's not going to hurt anybody.
No, but what I like about this, what I really like about this is introducing, hopefully at a young age, and the parents who are watching, the idea that there's nothing on the 1 and the 3, right?
Yeah.
Like getting used to hearing that is such a good thing.
Yeah.
For a lot of reasons, it's kind of like not riding a bike with training wheels, right? From a rhythmic perspective.
Yeah.
Right. If you can jump in on a rhythm where that you don't have that strong 1 and 3.
Or imagine riding a bike but it's not like a perfect circle, but it has like an egg shape,
Right.
sort of. So
Whatever
you
that-
kind of, so you it feels weird, although it's a bike.
Yeah, I mean, but getting used to that, or even the metaphor of like riding a bike off road,
Yeah.
like while let's go Coquito, let's go. It's crazy.
So we mostly focused on the presentation with this lesson, because it's hard to explain and you to experience it. The only thing that we created was that syllable thing, which you introduced by now, which is the let's go poquito, to feel it a little bit more inside you, besides like holding the pulse with the feet and clapping it.
Well,
the voice is always like a supporting element to really get to know the feeling of the groove.
Well, here's what's happening. Okay, when you just clap, you're feeling it. That's one sense, the sense of touch, right? But when you say it, you also hear it. Like when you have this. There's no, hey Thomas, nice to see you. Looking forward to salsa lessons. You can limbo while lying down. Yeah, it's at least my whole view on teaching is reinforcing a concept with as much sensory perception as possible.
Yes,
because it's if you can hit off, if I don't know how you could taste salsa music, you can taste salsa, but that's not going to help you understand the music.
Yeah.
But if you can hit the 4 out of 5 senses, or as many senses as you're able to understand,
yeah,
you're really going to have your best chance of getting that concept.
Yeah.
And sensory repetition. There you go.
He knows a lot of things. Really, if you really want to understand what's it like to listen to original salsa music and play original salsa music, you gotta meet the people in their country. For example, Cuba, for example, Argentina, Brazil. It's because these people, they really dig it. I'm not going to Mongolia to get the best jazz experience.
Nope.
I don't know what's it like to be in Mongolia, and there are certainly like good and
We
very
just lost all of our Mongolian followers.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Sorry for all the jazz experts here down in Mongolia, but I would visit other places. That's my point of view. So it's just about sharing a new experience.
Mm-hmm.
It's about kids, the opportunity to give the kids a chance to really listen to a song with different ears, because we already did Un Poquito Cantas, the song that we were playing.
So we recontextualized it.
Yeah, we recontextualize it.
And we wanted to, and we also, something that's very important to us is to give the proper cultural context. And that's another element that we're always learning about. And we try to be, how do you put it? We try to be respectful in the way we present these music, because we're two white guys, playing a lot of different music that we didn't grow up. So we don't want to pass ourselves off as masters. So in the kids show, we try to put it in an age appropriate manner and tell them the truth, which is salsa music is a mixture of a lot of places, just like salsa, the food, is a mixture of a lot of ingredients. But there's quite a big debate, as you were saying, about the true origins of salsa.
Yeah.
And if you go online, you're going to see a lot of different stuff.
If you buy books, there's a lot of different stuff in it.
Right. So there are people who say, no, it came from New York when all these cultures merged.
I came from Cuban, and this is the original
Cuba. And what about Puerto Rico? Like, there's all that, but and that's something I would love to know more about it, just because I love to know about things like that.
Yeah.
But but it would be great, as you were saying. I would really love to get some guests who are masters.
Yes,
on
I know, guys.
and talked about them.
I know,
Andrea, Andrea. Yes, it will be. Andrea, just saying hello. Andrea, it's okay. We said hello to you on the air. We noticed you weren't around. You can still see it on YouTube and Facebook. And please tell Max we said hello. We did miss you though. We were thinking about you. Yeah, fine, being able to authentically present something, or not even authentically to present it, but give the authentic reference and cite our sources is important to me. So
Yeah.
I'm really excited about getting some folks on to talk about this stuff in much greater depth.
Especially like as we said on the last lesson, salsa is more like a rhythmic orchestration, more like the Western classical music, where like tone instruments or note instruments are orchestrated, and you just have like 2 or 3 people taking care of the percussion. In that kind of music, it's kind of upside down. You have a lot of people playing timbale, playing conguero, playing all sorts of rhythmical elements that just layers on top of another. And it's fascinating. Like these guys, they are so liberate in playing and listening to different.
They're so what?
They're so free. They're
okay.
They're so while they're talking to you, they're practicing their.
Patterns. It's just genetic.
Yeah,
not genetic, but it's
incredible.
Deep into that.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
And I know some folks who that I was studying with, and could be fun. Like that conga thing that we pre-recorded, I couldn't pull that off live while singing. It's a mixture of tip and tap and slap and tone. It's hard to.
Well, this is where I think a lot of people, including myself in the past, could look at an instrument and it's deceptive. You look at a conga, right? A lot of people might look at it and say, "Oh, you just hit the thing."
Nah.
Nope. Nope.
It's like with guitar, you just do this.
Well, I mean, with guitar and piano, I can see some intimidation and the idea that maybe they're a little bit complex, because the guitar does have 6 strings. It's like 6 pianos going up that way, and then you have to contort your fingers in ways that they just don't go in the normal world. They just don't. Piano as well. You got all these dang keys, but you look at maybe a drum or some sticks. You're like, I can do that, but can you? Right?
And I made the experience that especially the musicians who are taking care of these kind of instruments, their ears are incredibly good, because they got so much respect of these instruments. They hear all these variation of sounds, I mean a conga is technically a very simple thing, there's not much to it, but they got so many styles and techniques and ways to get sound out of that primitive instrument, quote, that it's just mind-blowing.
Yeah.
Mind-blowing.
Yeah.
And they're experimenting with stuff where me as a bass player, I just stand next to them and be like, dude, wow, just incredible. So much love, much respect for all these congueros and timbale and percussion players out there.
I can't wait to do a conga and timbale lesson. Well, listen, we got to wrap this up. I gotta get some stuff done.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. We do our kids show. If you're just catching us for the first time, we do our kids show from Wednesdays to Saturdays. Okay. And on Fridays and Sundays, we do a concert. We do a live concert on Facebook and YouTube. They take place at 8 p.m. Central European Time, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want to come in, you're welcome to come in. If you want to help support us right now while we can't really work, this is our digital tip jar, our PayPal, and that money helps us, pay our rent and buy food and do all sorts of things. But the biggest thing, if you really want to help us, is spread the word about the show. We really, really want to get momentum and be able to do it for
Listen to this man.
ever. I there's nothing I'd love more than to just do a kid show with Freddy for the rest of my life. That would be so much fun with the occasional vacation. But yeah, so thanks a lot, guys. We'll play out with some salsa.
With some salsa?
Some salsa.
Oh, really?
All right. Count us in, bud.
1, 2, 1, 2. Un poquito cantas, un poquito bailas, un poquito lerola, como un canario. Lerola, lerola, lero, lero, lerola, 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 lero, lerola. 3, 4.
Peace.
Peace.
See you guys next time. All right.
Kill that tea.
See you next time, Andrea.
See you next time.